What's up guys, Game Nut here, and welcome back to some more Madden 17 Ultimate Team. And for those of you guys who just like seeing the gameplay, this is the episode for you because we are not going to be making any changes to our lineup from what we had in the last episode. Instead, we're going to jump straight into our head-to-head seasons, play 2 games in total, and continue on with our first season this year at Madden 17. Now, before we jump into that game, we're going to take a quick little reminder of what we got currently working with for our starting lineup. We have the 2 gauntlet versions of DeAndre Hopkins and Adrian Peterson, both 92 overalls. Other elites on the offense, all team heroes, 85 overalls. We have Kamar Aiken, Charles Clay, and Mike Pouncey. Over on the defensive side, things are looking a little bit better. We have more elites over here. We have another team hero, 85 overall Alec Ogletree at middle linebacker, Super Bowl MVP, 90 overall Von Miller at left outside linebacker. Our one elite pool that we have on the year for ourselves out of a pack is Calvin Pryor, 85 strong safety. Cornerbacks are absolutely stacked. At number 1, we have limited use 91 Josh Norman. At 2 and 3, we have 2 more team heroes, both 85 overalls, Sam Shields and Delvin Breaux. Last but not least, on the defensive line, 86 Mike Daniels playing at right end. Now clearly it's pretty obvious we have more elites on the defensive side, so hopefully by next episode we can get some more offensive weapons. But currently on the year in Madden 17, we are starting things off with a 2-0 record.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started.
Our first game of 2 that we will be playing in this episode, and it looks like the first is a home game against the Dallas Cowboys, and we are going to be starting off on offense as we are returning this kickoff. Now I know you guys saw that little animation that shows the 3 best players at the start. It showed that my opponent had 2 of the limited use 90 overall Von Millers, which is clearly not possible. You can't get 2 of them, so clearly something glitched up. Not exactly sure what was going on there, but back on offense, the first play is a run to Adrian Peterson. The second play is going to be a pass to Adrian Peterson, and this guy has just been absolutely killing it for us, putting in so much work just every single game. He's just been so dominant for us. Next play, 1st and 10. My opponent brought the blitz. We end up getting taken down for a sack and lose 9 yards on the play. 2nd and 19, another play action. He brings the blitz again. Flacco gets sacked 2 plays in a row, and this time he coughs up the football, and we turn over the ball, and my opponent is now on the 22-yard line. That is not the way we wanted to start this game out. And now on offense, my opponent, a very quick pass to Jason Witten down the field. He goes with a no huddle. It is a run play with Ezekiel Elliott. And in just 2 plays, my opponent very quickly came down after that turnover and put up 6 points on the board. Until he, just goes ahead, he butchers his extra point. And as I've said in the past, I've got a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of that this year. There is another example of it right there. So we still could come down here, put up a touchdown, and have the lead 7-6. It's going to be a weird score, but you guys are seeing 2nd and 10. We find DeAndre Hopkins, does not pick up the first. On 3rd down, Joe Flacco just kind of overthrows Charles Clay right there. Could have been possibly a 1st down. That brings up a 4th, and I am not giving my opponent the ball back and letting him have a chance to go up 2 touchdowns on us. I'm going for it on 4th. We find DeAndre Hopkins. It looks like he doesn't pick up the first, but he got the catch and was past the 1st down marker. And we keep this drive alive. On a 1st and 10, going to go with the screenplay to AP. Makes one guy miss. Breaking down the field. Another juke move. I mean, honestly, what else is there to say about this Adrian Peterson card at the moment? I mean, it's every single episode. He's just constantly putting up these crazy plays and getting touchdown after touchdown like it's nothing.
Gotcha, bitch.
When on my opponent for offense now throws an interception to Josh Norman. As I said earlier, our cornerbacks are so stacked, and this is what I want out of them. I want a lot of interceptions coming from all 3 of these elite corners we have. So picking back up on offense, we see Charles Clay now making a guy miss, now running around defenders, finally gets tackled down at the 26-yard line. That was a big play to see by our elite tight end. I mean, I'm loving this team right now. We just have so many good players for us. 2nd and 6 into the 2nd quarter, we find Kamar Aiken is able to go ahead and pick up a 1st down. It's now a 2nd and 3. Joe Flacco, a fake fullback dive to Adrian Peterson. Did you just see that defender just look silly and try and go after Adrian Peterson? Left him wide open to walk into the end zone. 14-6 is what we are currently up now in this game. And after that fumble and a turnover, things have changed for us. We came right back out, 14 unanswered points, and things are looking pretty solid for us now on the offensive side. 1st and 10 for my opponent. He tries to go back to Ezekiel Elliott on the run game. That gets shut down by Terrell Suggs. Later on another 1st and 10, back to Zeke. And oh my, okay, well, just as we were shutting down the run game, Ezekiel Elliott just finds the biggest hole ever. Okay, hold up. Okay, forget what I just said. Anyways, he's going for the 2-point conversion right here to tie the game up. And I don't know if you guys saw that, but like that should have been my user pick. I was right there. I felt like I should have had that, and that probably could have gone all the way back to my end zone for 2 points, and things could be looking a lot different right now. I thought that was my pick for sure. Anyways, back out on offense now. It is a 2nd and 6. We have to take a shot at DeAndre Hopkins, and finally this guy is performing for me and getting out and picking up a huge reception. Later on 1st and 10, we're going to go back to Adrian Peterson on the toss play. And I mean, just look at this guy go. It's ridiculous. Breaking out of 2 tackles, he makes one guy miss, and all the way down at the 1-yard line. A play later, after a 4-yard loss, it's 2nd and goal on the 5-yard line. We toss it up to Charles Clay, an easy touchdown. He was left wide open, and this game is now back to being ours, 21-14. So if you guys didn't notice, we are currently in the 3rd quarter. I skipped the end of the 2nd quarter because obviously nothing clearly happened. You see right here on 1st down, Von Miller almost just had himself a pick 6. If only he had slightly better catch rating with that card. 3rd and 1, he tries to run it with Zeke yet again. I'm there to blitz right through and shut that down, which brings up a 4th and inches. He's going to go no huddle. And oh my God, this dude had an easy 1st down, and Terrence Williams just dropped the ball like twice. He had 2 chances to catch that. It's a turnover on downs. If I was my opponent, I would be pretty mad. And on 1st and 10, and just one play on another screen, Adrian Peterson he makes it look way too easy. And with that touchdown, we're now up 28-14. Soon after, the game ends up being paused. We tried to resume it, and you guys already know what happens after that. Your peer has conceded the game, and that leaves us now with a 3-0 record to continue on this year.
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play.
So again, with that 3 best player animation, like I clearly it's something going on today. It must be glitching up pretty bad because neither of those teams were mine, because I don't have John Elway and I don't have Ndamukong Suh. So I don't know. Something's going on with that. But out on offense for us, this was our first play. And again, Adrian Peterson. It's ridiculous how good this guy is. I'm going to be lost when this card runs out of contracts because it's ridiculous how easy this guy makes it look. It's just 1 or 2 plays every single time it takes him to put up a touchdown for us, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And if you guys still have not done the rushing gauntlet at this point, you're honestly only hurting yourself not getting that Adrian Peterson card for you. But back out on offense for my opponent. We had the ball right there because my opponent decided to go for it on 4th. We shut him down, and then that one play to Adrian Peterson is what the result was after that. So my opponent does have John Elway at quarterback. He's got Rob Gronkowski at tight end. So we've got our work cut out for us now. My opponent consistently just over and over and over again went with this wildcat formation, and it kind of worked out for him a little bit. It would get shut down at times. You saw on 2nd down, we were able to shut that down with AP, and it was a 3rd and 21. He goes with it again and picks up about 10 yards, which resulted in him able to pick up a field goal. He's right back in this game. It is now 7-3. And again, I mean, with all those weapons he has on offense, he kept going with wildcat. I don't really know why, but back out on offense, our first passing attempt on the day is for Kamar Aiken. He is left wide open. We try and use as much speed as possible to get as many yards as possible until he is pushed out of bounds, which does pick us up 26 yards. On a 3rd and 7, I tried catching my opponent off guard with a run play. Clearly, that did not work out too well for us, as that was completely brought to no yards gained. Now, with my A1 punting skills that I've got, we pin my opponent back on the 1-yard line.
Gotcha, bitch.
And on trail roll, our starting free safety comes up with the huge interception on the 2-yard line. That play was absolutely insane. I can't even believe that happened, and it took us yet again just one play on offense, a fake fullback dive to Adrian Peterson, and he walks into the end zone untouched. And we have the lead now 14-3. So we're skipping forward to the start of the third quarter now. You guys are seeing the score is actually 14-9. My opponent did end up putting a touchdown. However, of course, he missed his extra point. That's the reason why he is 9 points and not 10. Anyway, so to start off the third quarter, we are going to kick things back off on the offensive side. Charles Clay on 2nd and 8 with the catch. Ray Malaluga was almost there to lay a big hit, but he pretty much just completely whiffed that tackle. A few plays later on a 3rd and 1, I'm sure my opponent thought I was going to go with the fullback dive, but of course it's a toss to Adrian Peterson. 5 rushes for 81 yards currently on the day. The dude, again, is just absolutely destroying for us. 1st down and 10, DeAndre Hopkins with the catch. He makes one defender miss until he runs into the safety, but that puts us at the 5-yard line. And then Charles Clay in the flats, an easy touchdown, just walks right in. And we continue our lead and extend it to now 21-9. So back out on offense for my opponent. You guys are seeing, yet again, as I said earlier, the formation he just went with was this Wildcat over and over and over again. That's like the only thing that he did. When he has John Elway, DeAndre Hopkins, Rob Gronkowski, he still just wanted to go with this Wildcat formation. I don't know why. 1st and 10 here. He finally gets something good out of it with Adrian Peterson. He picks up 10 yards and more, getting the 1st down. It's now a 3rd and 9 to DeAndre Hopkins. It's incomplete. Von Miller was there with the pressure, which brings down another 4th and 9 for my opponent now. We had the chance to possibly end that game right there if we could get the stop, but a very dangerous pass to flashback version of Keenan Allen. He keeps the drive alive, and then the very next play, his Adrian Peterson is doing the exact same thing that ours is doing. Nobody in that guy's way. He goes for a touchdown, and my opponent is right back in this thing and could win it as the score is 21-15. Definitely a little bit of a weird score yet again. He tried going for the 2-point conversion. Obviously, he failed at getting that, so we do currently have a 6-point lead. Now, all I really needed to do was just get one 1st down and then run out the clock with AP. But of course, I can't do that because I'm stupid and I suck in situations like that. Now, on 1st down, again, still for some reason going with the Wildcat. Don't ask me why. On 2nd and 14, that is David Johnson, if you couldn't figure that out at this point, gets the carry again on the Wildcat. He fails to pick up the 1st. 3rd and 5, again, going back to the same exact play, and again, does not pick up the 1st. So it is now a 4th and 4. Here is our chance to end the game. Can we get the stop on 4th down? And you guys see that right there. I'm going to be completely honest with you. My opponent did get robbed of that. Like, honestly, I swear that was definitely a 1st down. It really looked like he was past the marker right there. It was only 4th and inches. I don't know. Apparently, with the way that the game mechanics are or something, he wasn't past the 1st. But I would have been very upset if I were in the situation my opponent was in and that wasn't a 1st down, because that definitely looked like he got it right there. But a very close game, a very exciting one. That was definitely the most intense game that we played so far this year. It was definitely really close, and I had a lot of fun with it. But I was really nervous going into that one as well, because as you guys saw, my opponent's team was crazy. He had legends on his team. He had Rob Gronkowski, but yet he failed to use those weapons and consistently went with that one play on offense, which obviously that did not work out too well for him. So continuing on in the season, we are now 4-0 on the year. Another successful episode. We got 2 more wins. Next time out, we're going to bring in a couple of more upgrades and go back to that method where we bring in some new players each episode. I just wanted to do this one episode without bringing in new players, because when you have to bring in new players and you add them to your team in head-to-head seasons, you have to reset your lineup, which takes away contracts from everybody, which includes those limited use players like Adrian Peterson, which sucks. So hopefully all of you guys did enjoy this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.